Hi, YouTube.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and Ellen, to Iron Gods Adventure Path. Sort of. Welcome, everybody. How you doing? You having a good time?
Uh, I'm a little bit confused why you said ladies, gentlemen, and then my name, but otherwise I'm doing good.
Please address your complaints to HR. All right, this
Aren't
isn't.
you HR?
Shut up. This isn't the time, nor the place, nor the forum. We
I don't know.
begin.
Good evening, everyone.
I second the inquiry, but I'll leave it to the end.
Good evening, everyone.
You'll be hearing from council.
Okay. All right. My fault.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Not the council.
All right. So,
I haven't heard Azar speak in a minute. Is he here?
you just did.
Yeah, I'm here. Wow.
You said no, not the
I
council.
just didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
You better be sorry.
You in your ears, man.
All right, continue.
Okay. We begin in a cobblestone courtyard, nestled between simple and unadorned brick buildings. Brick and timber. I said brick twice. Above the rooftops,
I will not.
all around as far as the eye can see, sits a black and red sky shot through by a rapidly mutating aura. Borealis. Cycling colors at random and casting strange hues on the world beneath. Strange plants and even stranger fauna dot the courtyard, in the middle of which stands a fountain depicting a lone figure, blindfolded and wielding a narrow blade in a mockery of a duelist salute. Like so. At the far end of the courtyard, a slope pitches, where at the crest sits a crumbling stone archway over a vast cliff. Crackling with arcs of red and purple energy, standing in silent vigil over the void beyond. It's a doorway, an exit. A chill mars the air, smell of cooking fires wafting past as the day's gruel is soon to be prepared. Though no light comes from within the buildings yet, the occupants begin to stir. With a creak, the door opens, and Quinestral Alabaster pokes his head out, glancing around before sneaking out into the courtyard. Please describe yourself, good sir.
I, Quinestral, have yellow, pale yellow eyes, smooth, light blue skin, and dark navy blue hair. My hair kind of resembles dreadlocks, but only pulled back at the half point. So there's a slight knot of dreadlocks on the back of my head, but the rest of the hair beneath it flows freely. I do have a tail. I am a tiefling after all. My tail has a little tuft of hair at the bottom of it, similar to a lion, but not quite as thick.
Also blue.
Also blue, dark blue that matches the hair on the top of my head. I wear a mask, so currently you won't be able to see anything but my eyes. On the mask, it's like a dirty off-white wooden mask, and in the center of it, one purple sphere-looking circle, just dead where the eyes, in the center, in between where my eyes would be, but large, takes up about 3/4 of the mask. And in somewhere in there, around where the eyes would be, two dark slits for my eye holes to be able to see through. My clothing is very flowy. I use a haramaki for my armor, so it's kind of just like a chest plate. But other than that, very free-flowing clothing. Think of Arabian assassin type clothing. I wield a long sword, and I have steel kneecaps for boots, or for like knee plates. Long boots that come up to my knees. And I wear this weird looking kind of shawl. Think of like a cape, but it's kind of cut in a triangle form, and it comes down to about my waist, covering up over my chest plate a little bit, almost jester-like, but still very like assassin-y.
Right on. Please open your character sheet. Make a stealth roll for me. You attempt to sneak across the courtyard.
Where is stealth?
On the main page, the first one.
Mhm.
Kind of right hand side under skills. It's a little bit towards the bottom.
So just click it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Describe, if you would, how you make your way through this kind of like Zen garden-esque courtyard in the middle of this. How do you make your way through like the ferns and the vines, the benches, towards the portal?
Are there people around, or is it just me?
It seems to just be you. Go ahead and make a perception check, actually. Same thing. It's up a little bit from stealth.
Okay, 1 second. Okay.
And just seems like just you. Still
Okay.
early.
Well, then,
Not everyone's woken up yet. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk as if any normal citizen would be walking through town, like an evening stroll, really casual. Uh, nothing out of sorts with my demeanor. Just very relaxed, but also kind of just keeping sharp on the corners of my eyes and my peripherals.
you make it to the end of the courtyard towards this like open straightaway where the ramp or the slope to the portal is. And as you turn to look forward towards the portal, a reed stick, like a practice sword, whacks you right in the face. Would you go ahead and make a reflex save for me? That is going to be on the left side, kind of in the middle over there. It's like under all your stats and stuff. It'll say REF reflex. Nice. Not gonna cut it. All right. So as you get hit with the sword, you like crumple backwards, and behind you, like there's a small stone bench where your knees are, and you just fold right over it. And a figure you recognize says, "Leaving so soon, are you? You know, once you leave the walls of the Abbey, you represent us in all things, for all time. Are you sure you can live up to that legacy?" And he tosses you the practice sword.
I can survive. You just caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do better next time.
I'll be you next time. Up. He gestures.
Okay. I get up slowly, looking, kind of being a little more perceptive, trying to see if there's any other next attack that's coming.
He takes like 2 steps back, and with another one of the practice swords, he draws up like a salute, intending you to mirror as though you're dueling.
Okay. I salute back and say, now what's the reason for this surprise attack?
A test. Always. On guard. And he goes to swing. Go ahead and roll initiative for me. That's like under your HP. Jesus Christ. All right, you're up first. Go ahead and click on the longsword to attack.
On my character sheet, right?
Yes, the one-handed one, not
Okay.
the two.
Let me pull that back up 1 second.
All right. How do you? What's it look like? What's the swing?
Okay, so we just see, I'm imitating this in real life. I know you can't see me. So salute. He comes at me. I'm gonna come down with a out of the sheath off my back downward swing. So across the front of my body. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like an arcing slash forward, downward.
Oh no, we lost Curtis from Roll20. What happened?
Did you?
Yeah.
Since I'm locked on, I don't know.
Oh, does it show the other 4 icons?
No, it doesn't. Let me. It's not like log back. Let me drop out and log back in real quick.
Okay. You might just have to refresh it. Sometimes it does that. Okay. All right, it shows you back in. All right, so as you come down with that slash, he kind of like smiles and he goes, "Good, good, my turn." And he swings twice, kind of like very like quick fashion. The first one does a 17 hit versus your AC. I think it does. I think your AC is 15. So.
Correct.
Yes. All right. So the first one kind of just like whaps you again for 1 point of damage. So you're at 7. And then the second one just like misses as you kind of like leap out of the way. You're up.
Okay.
Take your best shot.
Actually, I'm going to use my Blade Lash.
Nice. All right. So you can go ahead and click it. So for this, a trip is a little complicated, but not really. On the main tab, a little bit below where you made a reflex save, you'll see a thing that says base attack bonus, and then one next to it says CMB.
Yes.
Can you go ahead and click CMB? Well, I did it. Yeah. So
Nope.
you got an 11 plus 10 from the spell. So, you want to describe what Blade Dash does? Like,
So Blade Lash is I take my longsword that I use, and it essentially becomes whip-like, and I can use it as a whip and attach it to. What I'm going for is going for his wrist where his sword hand is, so that way I can pull him forward and gain control of his entire movement.
well, technically all you can do is trip with it, but.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, then I'm gonna trip the shit out of him, knock him unbalanced.
close enough. All right. Well done.
Get
Well
him.
done. Say 21. That's gonna do it. He is prone. He kind of like banana peels backwards, laughing the whole time. You can still attack. No, you're not gonna do it, unfortunately. She sort of like Like, in those karate movies or whatever, where they're on their back and they kick themselves up to
Mhm.
their feet. He kind of does that again with a smile. And he does a mock flourish, and he goes to take another pair of swings at you. First one kind of misses. Second one looks like it's gonna hit. Again for 1 point of damage. He says, "Good, good. Not good enough. Show me what you got." You're up.
I'm gonna use Deadeye's arrow.
All right. Oh my. Yeah, that'll hit. he's completely not expecting that to happen. So go ahead and explain what that's like.
So Deadeye's arrow is essentially I create an arrow out of energy in my hand, and I can throw it so that way I have a ranged weapon. So think of like an electric looking spear kind of a thing that I form in my hand and then can throw.
All right. Well, as you hit him, he falls to his back very quickly, poof, crumples over. His chest smoking where the arrow kind of hit him.
Oh God.
Uh, he's you see his chest rapidly rising and falling, rising and falling, rising and falling. And you realize he's laughing, but he had the wind knocked out of him, and he's just kind of gesturing you over, "Come on, help me up."
All right, so I walk over, but before I go to help him up, I ask, "Are you not entertained?"
Very nice. What do? You just grab his hand or
And then
something?
I'll just grab his hand and pick him up.
All right. Go ahead and roll perception for me. Not that it probably doesn't matter. I think only a nat 20 will work here, but oof, close. Yeah, you kind of get him up to his feet, and he kind of clasps you on both shoulders, and he's just like, "Very good, very good. You're a Kensai now. We hate to see you leave, and you know the door will always be open, but you've got to go your own way. I understand. You learned all you could from us for now. Go on." And he gestures towards the portal.
So I look at him and make a salute to him, but it's the same way. So if everyone's familiar with Naruto, the same way that he puts both his fingers together and kind of makes a little praying pose. Close my eyes, bow my head, and I say, "Thank you, master." And I head towards the portal.
Right on. As you turn towards the portal, you step through. It's just arcing electricity between these old stone columns. And it looks like you're about to step through into the void for a split second. But instead of falling over the cliff face, you just step right out onto this windswept plain, stretching for hundreds of miles in every direction, in front of you, to the side. And it's maybe mid-morning. As you turn around, you see this flash of purple briefly. And a few miles away in the distance is a city on a hillside, at the top of which a violet flame is erupting from the pinnacle of this city.
Obviously, I'm curious.
Yeah, go ahead
Trying
and
to.
roll perception for me too, while you're at it. Go on. Very nice. All right, so you see, you can see the smoke of chimneys and signs of movement. There's lots of people hustling and bustling around on the hillside itself. And in your pocket, you feel the weight of a small, it's not heavy, but metallic object that wasn't there before the fight with the master.
All right.
You pull it
I'm
out.
gonna reach into my pocket, pull it out, look at it.
It's a bunch of ants. No, I didn't.
No, it isn't.
No, I'm just kidding. It is a Kensai ring. So it's a small metallic ring, one of many, that you can have basically put on the hilt of your sword. And each one interlocks, and it forms like a spinning, not quite gyroscope, but like it's almost analogous to like belts in martial arts. So it's the
Okay.
first step. It's like an initiate's mark.
All right.
The white belt boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
You.
All right. What do you do?
Well, the town looks pretty intriguing. Look around, and I can just see the plains, but nothing really else seems very distinguishable. So, since I'm in this new world, I'd like to go see if I can't interact and figure out where I am, get my bearings, and move forward.
Right on. So you make your way towards the town. It takes maybe an hour and a half or so to get there. I assume you're just kind of like, you're walking, you're not really running or anything. Just moseying along pretty much. You find yourself at the base of this little hillside town, and there's a small sign right on the outskirts of the main drive. It says Torch. And as you approach, you hear the sounds of civilization. You know, people lining the avenues, pushing carts, selling wares, gossiping with their neighbors. You hear the ringing of metal on metal as things are being hammered from further up on the hill. The people are friendly. They're somewhat used to outsiders. You know, it's a big city. It's not like a little town or anything. There's definitely at least 1,000 people here. You wager just based off what you see. They're very friendly. They're very open. It's, you know, hey, greetings. Whoa, where'd you come from? That sort of thing. You know, they're not put off by the fact that you're a tiefling, but they're definitely kind of like, oh, who's that? Go ahead and make a knowledge local roll for me. Holy moly. Getting our high rolls out of the way early, huh?
You know, that's how we do.
All right, so as you kind of sit and bullshit with the locals and you start gossiping and talking to these people a little bit, you know, they're like, where you from? What do you got going on? All that stuff. I assume you tell them you want to get your haramaki repaired and maybe have that ring put on the sword.
Please.
Okay.
I'd like to go find out where the nearest blacksmith is.
Yeah. So there's dozens, but everyone's giving you the same message, basically. It's like, oh, you gotta go. You want to go to the foundry. You want to go see Connor. Connor's the best, man. He'll take good care of you. He'll take great care of you. It's up that way, you know. 3 streets up to the left. Make a right, then a left, then a right. Brick wall, you're there.
Right? Sounds good. I'll head towards Connor's.
Excellent. Again, as you get closer, you start to hear like the sound of steel on steel ringing louder and louder and louder. Let me take you there real quick. Everybody can see the map, no problem?
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
You can't or you can?
I can. I can see it.
Yeah, right on.
Yep.
All right, so
I can see it.
I want to ping real quick. Obviously, Joe, this is you. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach this like compound, the first part, there's a sign in the front of this building over here. It says,
Okay.
you can also drag your toe. You can like click and drag yourself places.
Okay.
Just so for what it's worth. But the big building here to the left, there's a sign that says Foundry Tavern. And then, judging from the sounds of, you know, again, that steel on steel, that ringing of metal, the building behind it is the actual foundry in the forge. Over here is like a residence or a house. And as you approach the side of the tavern, a man steps out of the house holding something in his arms. 1 second, let me make a new page. Here he looks like this. All right, you guys can see that.
Mm-hmm.
What a unit.
Absolute unit. So he sees you like approaching the bar. He goes, "If it's ale you're in need of, I'm afraid you're a little early, friend."
It's not ale I seek. I wish to repair my haramaki and possibly tend to my blade. Can you help?
You're in the right place. Name's Bane. Connor Bane. Owner, proprietor, wizard extraordinaire. This here's my place. He kind of like gestures towards the other two buildings. He goes, "What can I do you for?"
Well, I have this haramaki here that's been slightly damaged. I was wondering if we could buff some of these nicks out. And I have a sword that needs sharpening.
Well, ordinarily, I'd say no, I gotta run. But I happen to have a new hotshot. He kind of laughs, smiles to himself as he says that, like, slyly. Some new talent developing in the forge itself. I'll make you a deal. I got some errands to run. You go in, you help the young man out. We'll call it square. And see if we can't get you taken care of.
Right? That sounds good.
Alright, I'm gonna talk like a goddamn robot or nothing. Anyway, follow me. Gotta, like, heads over this way. Through this door. Follow if you would.
Oh.
You might have to tap it one time and then drag it with your finger. I don't know how it's going to work on the tablet. Or with your stylus, whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to use my stylus. I can't get it to move.
Well, that's my fault. Man, 1 second.
Poke it harder.
Goddamn token not assigned
I'm about
properly.
to push my pen through the screen.
Oh, you're good. You should be able to do it now.
Negative, Captain.
Refresh the page real quick.
Oh, wait. I have a red, green, and blue button.
Yeah, those are like little fill-in columns. You should, if you zoom in some and make it big enough. Oh, what? You see the toolbar on the left?
Yes.
What do you have? You have the select tool highlighted?
Select move.
Yeah. Make sure that's on, then click it once. Click the portrait once.
Ah, okay.
And you might be able to drag it around that way. Yeah.
He's moving now.
Perfect. Look at that, baby. We're leveling up. All right.
Look at me go.
So inside, I mean, it is hot as shit in here. There's like roaring flames coming from these two, like smelting. I don't even know what you call it, like pots. I don't know what the hell they are. And again, you just hear this din of like metal on metal, like ping, 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 as there's a figure with his back turned towards the two of you, standing very literally inside the flames. And Connor kind of shouts like, "Azar! Azar! Yo! Hey, man!
Is that me? Am I up?
You're up. Sorry.
So I slowly turn around as I hear Connor calling out my name and yell back, "What's going on?"
Fresh meat. He says, like, laughing to himself, like, got something for you. Figured you might be able to help each other out on this one.
Is he any good?
I don't know about that, but I think the two of you share a few properties, if you know what I mean. Go ahead and describe yourself while we're at it.
So I am in Ifrit. Stand about 6'5", pretty muscular build. Have charcoal skin, normal texture. In some areas is pretty dark and ashen. I have pointed ears, if you can imagine, like Nightcrawler from X-Men. My eyes are an ambient orange, as if you're looking into lava. My teeth, I have slightly pronounced canines, but they're normal. They're of normal length. I have two horns coming out of my brow that kind of go out and swoop back over my hair. And my hair emulates the look and movement of flames, kind of long down to the shoulder. But especially when I'm working, I tend to keep it up in a kind of samurai bun. My nails are subtly a lighter shade of black than the rest of my body. I have a short goatee that comes out pointed, and it looks as if it's a flickering flame on my chin. Let me see. I'm bare chested, except for the kind of gothic shoulder gauntlet I wear on my left arm. I wear black harem pants with accents of orange that looks like lava dripping down it. I have golden ornamental cuffs on my wrists. I wear about 3 or 4 gold chains, one of which has a crescent moon and star pendant on it. The star pendant glows like an ambient red. Let me see. And that should be it.
Right on.
Hot.
I blew the portraits up so you guys can kind of see them too. Let's get a somewhat slightly better view to the side there. So yeah, Connor will go. Yeah, 2 outsiders in one place. What are the odds? Well, you could use the experience, and I'm sure he could use somewhere to crash for the night. So, tell you what, you two fix up what needs fixing, and I gotta go to this council meeting. You can stay here. There's a roll out back. I'll catch you guys in the morning. You got any problems? Azar knows how to get a hold of me. He'll kind of like trot off through the back of the foundry and go about his business.
Azar's going to turn to the newcomer and ask, "What's your name?"
Oh, wow, I should.
Hi there.
Whoops. All right.
Hey there. My name is Quin. What's yours?
My name is Azar. You're interested to look at, Quin.
Yeah, I could say the same. Horns? You make me feel like I'm right at home.
That's funny. That's a first. You ever worked your way around a smelting studio before?
Can't say that I have, but I'm sure I'll pick it up fast.
And are you good around flames?
I sure am. Born and bred.
Perfect. Gets pretty hot in here, and we have a lot of sky metal to move, so.
Sky metal? What's that?
It's like the local ore here. Very strong, very difficult to melt, but it's my bread and butter right now, so.
I see. Well, let's get to it.
All right, we have about 5 stacks. We can start moving.
Let's see. Go ahead and Azar, let's have you make a craft. Well, both you guys go ahead and make a craft roll for me. Joey will have you aid him. I'll explain how that works momentarily.
I just click on craft here and it'll roll.
Yeah.
If it wants to work. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Sure.
It's like nothing happened when you click it, or
Nah, it's just kind of the page is being kind of laggy for me right now, so I'm restarting it real quick.
some browsers it doesn't want to work with. Their servers just got like nuked or something last week. It's very annoying.
Oh, okay.
Switch back to Cloudflare or something. It's not working very well.
Yeah, it's being super laggy. Is there a better browser you suggest?
What are you using?
I'm using Chrome right now. I'm using Chrome.
That's what I'm using, but might have to do Firefox. Go figure. Well, we'll use this as a segue briefly, real quick. Anyway, we're gonna fade to black momentarily, and we're gonna stay there. It's dark. It's cramped. Something brushes against you in this dark, dark place. Zuref, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
You sure? Perception. Got it.
It's dark. It's cramped.
Good.
Something's moving up against you.
Great. Great.
You feel the rope binding your hands behind your back with your legs tied against it. Something
Of course.
stopping you from screaming something over your face.
I'm trying to shake as much as I possibly can. I think I've regained a little energy.
All right, right on, Kurt. Cool. We'll come back to that momentarily. Yeah, what do? Do you try to scream or?
Nope. I'm just trying to violently shake myself out of whatever ropes I'm in.
Okay. As the shaking starts from within this dark and confined space, Eric, you feel something writhing against you, just shaking, spasming. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Easiest money.
That's definitely another person. You are similarly, well, you're unaware of their situation, but you yourself are bound with something over your face and something preventing you from moving and from talking within the confines of this narrow space. Do you scream or attempt to scream?
No, but like, how are I'm assuming my hands are bound, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm imagining
how are they bound? Are they like in front or behind?
You're like you're turkeyed, so they're like tied up behind you with your legs tied to them behind you.
Okay.
So, like you're like on your side, like.
Okay, so I won't scream, but I will pretend like I haven't been here before and just start trying to talk to this man through whatever's, or this person through whatever's blocking that ability to speak. So you just hear like a
Can I roll perception?
Oh, you hear that?
I hear that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I try to respond in kind. A little, Yeah.
Wonderful.
But I stop shaking. Yeah, I stop riffing around.
Well, that's good. I'm glad I seem to have calmed my companion.
I am indeed calm now. Yes.
All right, we'll cut back to the other pair.
Oh God, we're just stuck here.
Okay. So the two of you back inside the foundry, with a 14 plus with the 12 that Joey rolled, that's enough to aid. You guys are able to get your workload done, and then also go about like fixing his Haramaki armor and affixing the initiate's ring to the hilt of his sword. It's a process that takes like several hours, so you're going to be working like pretty late into the night. Because the two of you are like, just bullshitting in the foundry while you do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to say, or?
No.
Well, looks like today's work might be done.
Well, thank goodness for that. I'm extremely tired. Is there any place to get a drink around here?
Actually, right here at the foundry, it's a bar as well. Frequent it all the time.
It's like 4 in the morning. It's kind of like cleared out. There's probably like a almost empty keg out back you guys can swill from or something like that before you crash for the night.
Let's grab a drink and maybe we need to call it for the day. Or pick back up in the morning.
Sounds good to me. Good day's work. Easy
Thanks.
day's work.
All right. Flashback over to the dark, confined place. You dream fitfully, both of you. Your dreams, Zuref, are aggressive, angsty, traumatizing, and you wake with a start kicking the occupant next to you.
As hard as I can.
Forgetting where you both were as you're startled awake in this dark and confined place, would the pair of you go ahead and make a will save?
Will I?
Oh
Oh
God.
my god.
Hey, we really are in this together, aren't we?
Good lord.
On you guys' sheets, the two of you, under the buff and debuff thing up at the top left on the main page, go ahead and mark frightened. Like just tick it. I just did it for Zach, I think.
I see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, where's that at?
Under the Pathfinder logo on your character sheet, there's a condition and buff mod. Yeah.
Thank you. There it is.
Both of you go ahead and roll perception.
Okay.
Wow. That's 20.
Oh, watch this Nat 30 coming out.
Hit me with it.
Oh no.
Zuref, as you're like, writhing around in despair, you feel this bobbing sensation, and you realize you're in motion. You're on a boat or a horse or a carriage of some kind, perhaps.
Can I tell you my inner dialogue in my head?
Absolutely. Let me hear it. Let's see what you got.
It just got worse. It just got worse. Am I awake or am I still asleep? Just kill me. I'd like to die.
I say confined. I mean confined. Like barely. It's barely two person wide and one person tall. This space that you're in.
We're in a trunk of a car, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, or like a coffin of some kind.
It's Goodfellas. We're in the back. We're in the trunk.
It's got to be nice and warm too, with how close we are.
Yes, but yet I'm in a cold sweat somehow.
Once again, we'll we'll flash back over to. Well, before we do that, we'll just say, hours pass in this condition. Just clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clop. And we'll flash over to the other two. It's now early morning, so real quickly we'll start with Joe. Because you're a magus, you're what's called a preparation caster. We have to prepare spells at the beginning of every day or every rest. So you have your 2 level 1 spells back. If you choose, you can prepare 2 different ones. You don't have to, I'm just saying. You can.
How do I just... Okay, there we go. I have to hit the little X. Okay.
Yeah, you hit the X to clear it.
Okay, so I'll keep Deadeye Zero, and I'll bring Mirror Strike into the party.
Okay. Right on. It's a cool, if not complicated one.
Okay.
Shadowclone.jpg. All right. Do you, let me ask you this. Do you practice your swordsmanship a little bit in the morning? You do like a little warm-up type thing, or?
Yeah, I kind of do. Do you want me to describe that routine?
Yeah, let me know.
All right. So first thing when I wake up, obviously do a little body stretch, a little bit of yoga, keep myself nice and limber. But then the next thing I do is I oil up my sword for the day. Can't be having any rust spots. So make sure we take care of our gear, oil up our haramaki, make sure that's nice and shiny and ready to go for the day. And then we practice 3 different swings. We have our forward over the head, straight down. We have our straight across, and then we have our upward swing. And so I'll do 10 of those per side. So I'll do 1 going forward and essentially 1 going backward. So I'll do about 20 of those per morning. Once I'm done with that, I consider myself to be warmed up and ready to go.
Okay, and where outside do you do this at? Go ahead and move yourself.
I'll do this. Please. I'll do this like out here by this little cart.
Okay. And
Just to kind of
where are you?
Kind of away from everybody.
Me, I am. Hold on. It's gonna work with me. You have me here, so select move. This does not want to be my friend today. Let me see.
You might have to zoom in. Sometimes it has a problem.
If he's there, I will be. Not right there, but. I'll be right around here.
And what do you do in the mornings, if anything?
Get up. I usually kind of stretch, shower, normal morning routine, and kind of just spend some time to myself in the morning, just preparing for the day ahead. Which is like a little meditation here and there, or just maybe just some alone time. It's needed.
You oil your sword too, huh?
I do, but typically out of the sight of others.
God bless you. All right, so Quin, as you're kind of flourishing about and Azar is flexing in the yard. You guys notice a few minutes in, Connor's kind of like leaning out against the back of his place. He's meditating, spellbook in one hand, eyes shut, a small focus floating above his palm. It's like a small metal disc in the other. And when he finishes up a little bit before you guys, it kind of just watches you work for a little. And when you're finished, he'll kind of step over, slow clap, like, my, how impressive. You look like you know how to use that thing, he says to Quin.
I practice at the school of Kensai. You will not find a better class of swordsmanship.
Numerian is a big place. I don't know if I'd go making that claim just yet, but I'll take your word for it. Why don't the pair of you follow me? I got something that might interest you. Maybe. No promises. Kind of like walk into the study of his house. I can just, for speed, I'll just throw you in there.
Thank you.
Yeah. if you want, until you get the split or whatever, you can just click a square and like it'll ping it if you hold down a little bit.
Okay.
And I can just drag it where you want to go. Way faster. So he goes, you boys ever been in a scrape before?
Once or twice.
What do you mean by
Nothing
scrape?
crazy.
I'm unfamiliar with this word.
Danger to life and limb, excitement, explosions, the like.
Oh, you mean like an adventure?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of like chuckles to himself, and he gestures for the parry to sit at the table. He'll reach behind him. There's like a small hidden cubby on the wall, and he'll pull out a pretty large like parchment scroll, and he'll lay it out on the table. And it's kind of a map of the nearby area, the plains to the west, where it's a bunch of like crags and valleys and things of that nature. And he'll say, well, if you don't mind getting your hands a little dirty, and I ain't talking about nothing immoral, I got a job for you. If you're interested. No pressure. A friend of mine informed me about a wagon. It'll be passing outside the town in a few hours with some valuable cargo in it. I'm given to understand that the owners illicitly acquired this cargo. They won't be bothered if anyone suggests maybe they shouldn't have it, if you get my drift.
I think I understand.
If you're in, I'll catch a 60-40 your way. I'd handle it
Well, Connor,
myself.
you never let me wrong before.
You're a good kid. Somebody gave me a shot once. I figured I might as well do the same.
You got nothing else going on?
Quinn's here,
Yeah,
and
sure,
I
I'll
reckon we'll
help.
do it for you.
All right. Well, here's the skinny. And he'll kind of like sit and lay out the plan with you guys for a little bit. He'll show you where it's going to be at a certain location. And he'll describe his plan as, all right, so we want to stop this thing without threat, without damaging what's inside, obviously. We're going to use this. And he kind of like grabs a glass vial from, again, inside that storage compartment. Inside the vial is a purple and almost green swirling liquid. It's, I mean, swirling. Like when you look at it, you see it. It almost like has motion without him moving the glass, without anything happening to it. He goes, "This here is the key to this little caper. It'll make a hell of a whoosh, if you know what I mean. A wall of flame, if you will. I figure they get nice and deep into the valley. You boys creep up in advance, and you fill a trench in front and behind where we want to stop it. I give the word. You light this shit. Well, he's not going to be there when you give the word. You know, boom, light it up. So you boys come walking through the fire. Them thieves will shit their britches. We'll be home free. Then you take this, and he grabs another vial. This one's just blue. And it'll put the flame out. Like nothing ever happened. Sound like a plan?
Easy enough.
Alright. Obviously, be a little smart to ditch the cart a ways outside of town as not to draw suspicion, but, you know, I'll leave that up to you boys. Best get a move on then. Kind of like gestures towards the map.
Great. Well, I need to gather my things, so we need to head back to the forge and get ready. I'll meet you outside the forge in 10 minutes.
All right. We'll cut away to the dark and confined place. Now the swelteringly hot, dark and confined place.
It's a bit musty.
Clip
Still
clop,
have a cold sweat.
clip clop, clip clop. Again, hours pass. Back to the other two.
Real quick,
Sure.
all these hours, I'm just trying to have a conversation with this guy next to me. We can't. We have like this real after hours like this together, being awake and stuff. Like I know he can just feel my words, even if he can't hear my words.
I understand nothing that's going on.
Okay, that's all.
All right. You how do you feel about this incessant chattering that you can't understand?
Honestly, it's better than the sound of the cart. It's better than the clipping and the clopping. At this point, it's at least I've turned it into some sort of music in my head, if nothing else.
Okay.
A little bit of white noise.
Fair enough.
Just
Yeah.
little, yeah. Not enough to fall back to sleep, but enough to at least
In
distract
fact,
me
probably actively preventing you from falling asleep.
slightly. Yes.
You two could go ahead and untick the frightened debuff as well.
Okay.
So we're past that. You're a little bit more accustomed to the situation.
Wonderful.
And we will cut over to the ambush site. Let me show you guys what you're looking at here. Everyone can see the new tab we're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these things represent the trench with the fluids in it. We'll say they're connected with a little rope or something like that. Doesn't really matter. Give me one second. Just make sure. Right? That's right. Yeah, you have spark, don't you, Joey? Yes, you do. All right, that makes logistics a little easier. Okay. Yeah, so the pair of you are like at the site. Obviously, to the left and to the right, these are like steep rock valleys. They're sheer. They go like almost straight up, 40 feet, 50 feet, something like that. And it kind of proceeds, a couple miles in both directions. This is just a long gorge or something like that. Go ahead and roll perception for me, both of you guys. Azar and Quin.
All right.
Perception.
Azar, you're a little bit further back, so you don't quite hear the horses as they come, like, trotting through the cliffs and the valley. But Quin, you hear it, and then you see it as this cart, driven by two men with two horses pulling it, comes around the bend and like starts to head forward, and starts making its way, inside the kill box, as it were.
Okay. Well, so just to recap, Old Man Connor's plan, we're going to create a wall of flames and walk through, effectively scaring these people into giving us their cargo, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, if they're inside the kill box, I'm going to ignite the wall of fire using spark.
All right. So you just kind of like, and a small magical spark flicks out from your fingers, and it ignites both the trench in front of you first. And
Yeah, I snap my fingers and the sparks come out.
gradually, the one behind it, the pair of drivers are like, and as they turn to look behind them again, it's just like roars up even bigger. Assign the tokens to you guys so you can, if you want. 1 sec. Please. Right, so they got the two drivers like hop off of the front seat. They're like, oh shit, this is bad, this is really bad. I told you we shouldn't have done it. What are we gonna do? We got any water? I don't have any water. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. What do the two of you do?
Well, Azar, I think we should walk through the flames now. If you would just stay silent for just 2 more seconds, let me speak abyssal to them, and maybe we can completely scare them without ever having to do anything more.
I can go with that plan for now. Just don't mess us up, kid.
Just watch. So I'm going to move out in front of the flames, and in abyssal, I'm going to say, hey, yo, give us the loot. But in actuality, it sounds more like,
Or something to that effect. All right. Go ahead and roll intimidate, Quin.
okay,
I'll give you guys +10 for literally walking through the fire that appeared out of nowhere, and I'll give you +4 for the abyssal shtick.
where is intimidate?
Closer towards the middle of the skill list, I think. It's in alphabetical order. Under heal and above knowledge arcana. Well, it's a good thing you had a +14, huh? That's a very good thing. They look at you guys. I'm assuming you guys are like weapons drawn too.
Yeah, weapons
I
drawn.
have my cane in hand.
I have my mask on, so they can't see my face. They just hear me speaking abyssal.
Yeah, so you've got the long sword out. Azar, you have the sword
Drawn and ready.
unsheathed. They look at you, and they look at each other, and they fall to the ground and flail around like, oh God, please, Jesus. Oh, not Jesus, he doesn't exist in this particular universe, but oh God, just don't. We didn't mean to do it. You can have it. We shouldn't have stole it. I'm so sorry. We shouldn't have taken your stuff. Just please don't kill us. Please don't burn us alive. Oh God, they're demons or something, or devils. Oh God. And they just start kind of like rocking back and forth.
As they're cowering, I look at them and say, "Run if you know what's good for you." As I like make my hair ignite more, my eyes glow brighter.
They look at both walls of flame. You got to put one of them out? Which one do you want to put out?
I think we put the one behind us out, so they have to run past us. There's no other way.
All right, smart.
I agree with that.
Okay. Hang on one second. I gotta change layers. Do that.
Step off to the side next to make like a corridor so they can run out that way.
They just immediately are like, "Pew!" It's dead spring. Let's take off.
Hey, Bolton.
Oh god. Briefly, as we return to the very hot, dark, cramped place, would the pair of you make a perception check once again?
Seems like it almost got warmer in here.
It did. Noticeably.
I finally fell back to sleep.
You're just like,
He can't sleep unless it's like 98 degrees outside.
Eric, you sense the cart not only come to a halt, but also the temperature has noticeably risen by 10 or so degrees at least. And I can't be 100% sure, but it seems like shouting. Strange noises from the head of the car. Or well, the head of whatever's you're traveling in.
Dang. Let's like, can I like reasonably rock back and forth and kind of like knock up against the side just to try to get a little bit of attention?
You can try, certainly.
Let's try that.
Make a strength check for me.
Just pure strength?
Yeah.
Easiest 6 of my life.
It's like you kind of like turned yourself over trying to rock into the side, and in the confines of this small rectangular box you're both in, you like cramp and get stuck. Like,
Whoops.
shit.
Can that wake me up in the process?
I was gonna say that wakes up the other occupant, and just immediately you're like, oh my god, I just got to sleep. How could it possibly get any worse?
I don't think it could. Except whatever that smell is.
All right, we'll cut to the other pair of you guys. What do Quin and Azar? What do you guys do now that the two thieves have been run off?
So first off, I look at Azar and I lift up my mask a little bit just to where he can see my annoyed facial expression. Make sure that he can see me, and then I snicker as I move towards the more like a ch sound as I start walking towards the wagon.
And while I'm standing there, I yell out behind him, "Why are you so annoyed?"
You let those two fools escape. We could have at least got some coin off of them first.
That wasn't the job.
Like the job's
We
not going to
focused on
pay
the
enough?
job.
All right. Do you guys want to check the cart?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, both of you, as you rummage around inside.
Okay.
So you guys both, as you sort of like make your way around, you're rummaging in this thing. You see a number of sky metal pieces. They're like disjointed, broken. Some look like mechanical appendages. Some look like just random pieces of scrap, wheels, boxes, bars. Nothing immediately valuable kind of stems to mind, but Azar, you think from having been in Torch for a while now, maybe a pretty good little haul worth a sky metal, at least a couple hundred gold. Worth it.
I start taking some of the more valuable pieces I can find.
Well, they're big. They're like, it'd
Okay.
be difficult to carry. They're like torso sized. Each of the things.
Okay.
But you guys wanna make your way back to the rendezvous point, the cart, or?
Yeah,
I think I want to roll. I see a larger box. I kind of can hear. I can see it kind of shifting a little bit from something inside of it. I think you can't. I can't. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just take this wagon back to Connor.
All right. Go ahead and make a handle animal check to wrangle them horses and see what you can do.
Oh God.
Both of us.
Let's go one at a time, just in case. I think a 19 will do it, so he'll be able to make it work. And we'll just say you put the fire out behind you as well, in front of you. Hang on one second.
No.
The four of you die. It's been fun. It's been real.
Nice. Great campaign. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Sweet, guys. It's been real.
You guys have gotten really good since the last time we did this, so I'll see you guys later.
We're just gonna. You are the cart now.
Oh my God.
Head back towards the rendezvous point. Hang on. Just get caught
So
up
fast.
here.
19 handle animal, he could probably pop a wheelie, right?
He could.
Oh, I for sure kickflip that horse.
I'm pretty sure one of them is named Wheelie.
Sorry, go on.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move. You guys get a couple miles away, closer towards the rendezvous point. You find yourself coming around the bend, and just so again, similar situation. It's like steep, sheer rock face all around the side of you guys. There's some trees in this little valley here. About a couple hundred yards past this point that I'm pinging is like open space, and that's kind of near where your little rendezvous point is, where you're gonna ditch the cart and meet up with Connor and the other cart that he's got planned. So you guys come round in the bend. You going quick or you going slow?
I think we're going quick.
Quick.
What about you, Azar?
Yeah, I think we're going quick as well.
Fucking fort, dude. Muffler or gunshot, my favorite game. So you say quick?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Right on. Let's see. Go ahead and roll. Both of you, go ahead and roll either survival or sense motive. Whatever's higher or what you think is appropriate.
Where's survival?
Down at the bottom.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's bad. They're both bad. I'll roll survival. Damn.
Yeehaw! Come riding through around the bend, like flying, basically. And as you pass between this pair of trees, or as the horses are about to pass between this pair of trees, a rope snaps up from like across taut at about chest level for the horses. And the horses like try to skid to a halt. The cart kind of drifts sideways and flips over. The two of you go ahead and make a reflex save for me. As it lands, like, out here.
Where do I find reflex?
So to the left, below strength, dex, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Like 2
Oh,
columns
gotcha.
in. Just say REF. Nice. All right.
Jesus.
How do you go flying through the air, Azar?
I kind of get launched over the horses and kind of go tumbling over them and skid along the ground.
All right. As you slide, as you kind of like tumble over and then start sliding on the ground, you see a number of the things from the back of the wagon like blow out in front of you.
Mhm.
And as you're like, what are you like sliding on your chest almost like?
Kind of on my side.
Okay. As you come to a halt, you bump into this black metal box, in the center of which is a round, red, raised section. When you impact, it depresses with a click and expands into a large wooden crate. The box itself, the original metal box, is like yay big.
Mhm.
It expands into like a coffin-sized crate that just like explodes, and inside you see 2 men bound and gagged with burlap sacks over their heads, turkey leg like tied up with their arms behind them. As all this is taking place, Quin, how do you not fall in any way? What do you do? Do you like jump over the rope, or do you do what Walter
Yeah,
did at Christian's grandma's place all those years ago? Dive off the golf cart.
Rude to even bring that up. So I let's see here. Since I rolled so high on my reflex, let's say I like front flip out and land on my feet and kind of slide a little bit too because I've got so much forward momentum. So it's just like this really graceful like front flip out. I land there and I can see that Azar didn't land as gracefully as I did. I don't have my sword out, correct? My sword is still in. Just want to be sure. All right. So I'll sit there, kind of like knees bent a little bit, arms out, kind of prepared to see if anything else is going on. But I just notice a little bit of dust on my pants, and I just kind of brush that off and walk over to Azar and try and give him a hand up.
All right. Go ahead and make perception rolls. You two. Not the hooded guys just yet.
Scam.
Okay.
Okay. Quinn, you're a little disoriented from your little flip. Azar, you see emerging from the tree line 4 figures, weapons drawn, with menacing looks on their faces.
I quickly grab Quin and kind of shake him to kind of stir him a bit awake more and point towards what I see in the skyline.
Oops. Seems like closer to you. All right. This fella over here is a man in like a black, almost not quite suit, but he's wearing like very little armor overall, but a sort of long black coat, and he's got a small barrel-shaped object in his right hand, and he laughs and he goes, "Steal from us, huh? End of the line. Get 'em, boys." Everybody, roll initiative. So there's a special way to do this. Before you before you do it, click your portrait and then do it. And I'll
Oh,
show you.
shit.
There's a tracker I'll show you guys. It's really pretty cool.
Click my portrait.
Yeah, click your token, not your portrait. The little thing that you can move around and stuff. And then on your sheet,
Oh, okay.
it'll put you in the tracker.
I don't think I have
Able to
control
click
over it
it,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not able to either.
Why is it not assigned? That's so annoying.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay. Roll 20 being cute tonight.
It's just playing coy.
Of course, you know.
Do you want to roll through the character sheet then, or
No. Hang on one sec. I'm just signing everybody real quick.
okay?
I'll fix this in the future, so let's do it.
Yeah, this has been a relatively new development for you, right?
Yeah, like 2 days or the last week, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Yeah, I can click it
should
now.
work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So click the
Okay.
portrait, then click initiative in the sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
All right, right on.
Wait, click the picture, then click initiative on the sheet.
Yeah. And you should see that little turn order tracker thing pop up.
Zach, we are moving light speed in this combat.
You know what? It fits. It fits perfectly. Look at it.
Hey!
Oh, that's good. Okay. All right. First one up is going to be Quin. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at Azar first and go kind of like, thanks for snapping me out of that. Let's take care of these bitches. So I'm gonna use Deadeye's Arrow,
All right.
and I am going to go for the, let's see, out of the top two, the lower one.
Okay. For the leader, the guy with the gun in his hand.
Yeah, can you ping him? Because I can't on my, yes,
Okay.
that guy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use Deadeye's Arrow, and without any hesitation, just
Fling it
shoot.
out. No, you gotta use the one on your attack page, not the spell one. The only reason I put that in there is because you can use it two ways. You can use it as an attack or as like a light source or to deafen.
Oh, I see what I did.
Yeah, that's the like light source one. Oof. 6. Unfortunately, not gonna do it.
Yep.
So he's just sort of like matrixes his way back as you throw it. Kind of catches it at the last second. Okay. Would you like to move or?
I'm gonna sit right there.
Are you sure?
Okay.
You probably have you have the highest AC. You're probably the only one that doesn't have to move after every round.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay. All right. Azar, you're up.
Question:
Sure.
could I use sense motive to see what the other two that are binded, like how they're feeling, or if they're friend or foe?
Yeah, you could.
So I'm gonna use sense motive.
Let's
Hopefully, it
see.
doesn't suck. Okay.
16. Well, these are obviously captives. It's the first thing that comes to mind. When you heard the guys in the trees say, shouldn't have stole our shit, they had this in there. Maybe maybe these are just people who've been, captured or enslaved, effectively. So, probably wouldn't be too opposed to helping them out. You know what I mean?
Can I move over and see if I can cut them from their bindings?
Yeah.
So I move closer to them.
Yeah, you can just do it. I don't think there's going to be a check for that. I'm sorry.
And then I cut them free from the bindings and take their burlap sacks off of their head.
All right. The pair of you come to in this chaotic situation. This literal man on fire rips the sacks off. Go on.
Tell them there's no time for introductions. If you can fight, you must fight now.
Hopefully we'll. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to take the gags out too, or?
Yeah, please.
All right. So you just cut the ropes that are in between their teeth out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm down with that. Hey, Chase, do I have that thing on me?
Oh, you not on you, but
okay.
As you look around, as you're trying to get your bearings, you see it a couple feet away, close enough that you could reach and grab it. Oh,
yeah,
my baby.
Reach over, grab my nice little small metal weapon there, and just give it a couple kissies.
Hell yeah.
I just stand up, stretch, and stare off into the distance, just contemplating my current situation. Not really the fire, the anger, the fighting, just really how I'm here or why I'm here.
Right on. Okay, so that's going to end Azar's turn then. Next up is one of the thuggish fellows. And he is going to... There's a cool little ruler tool if you ever need to measure how far you can go. Let me just see. This movement is 30 or 40. Oh. 30. Okay. So he's gonna, axe drawn. He's gonna go ahead and run up to here. That's 30. Alright, that's going to end his turn. Just with a snarl, he's going to be like, I want that back! Towards Gieric when he picks the pistol up off the ground. And next up is the leader, the one with the gun. He's going to, cock his head at Quin, and he's going to point at him, and he's going to go, nice dodge. Let's see if you can go for 2. And he's going to take a shot. Oof. Just with a bang, the barrel explodes and this little musket ball whizzes past you. And he's just going to snarl. He's like, fuck! And take a sidestep. And that's going to end his turn. Mr. Eric?
Seeing that guy that just snarled at me, I want that back, to my baby, I'm going to just calmly hold it up. No, this is mine. I'm not going to give this to you. What are you talking about? And just try to engage with this gentleman, because I'm sure he's very reasonable, of course. Yeah. So no, this one's mine. I'd prefer if you didn't, and that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna be holding my gun and just saying, hey, no, thank you.
Okay, are you readying an action, or are you just?
Yeah, you know what? Just in case, let's get ready to just
blap him.
Yeah, just get a little boop, just in case.
All right.
If he starts getting closer again.
Gotcha. All right. Well, his compadre is going to go ahead and attempt to step up as well. So 30. He's gonna move over here, like charging, like axe up, like ah! Zuref, you're up.
All right, remind me again. I can move and then attack, or I have to move and then ready an attack first.
No, you can move and then attack.
I can move and then attack.
and then move.
Okay, and if I cast a spell, a level 1 spell, I can still move and attack?
No, that's
Okay, that takes a whole action.
One of those two actions has to be replaced with the spell.
Gotcha. Okay.
Unless the spell says immediate.
So I can ready attack and cast a spell at the same time, basically, but not actually move and attack.
Right. You could do two things.
Mhm.
You can move and cast. You can move and attack. You can cast and attack, or you can cast and move. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to
You can also rage as a free action too.
Of course. I'm going to cast Songbird.
All right.
Mhm.
Remind me what that does again.
Songbird, if I remember correctly, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. I have it written down, but hold on. I know what it does, but it brings music from a good plane into this existence and plays it.
So this is a weird exception. This is a
Mhm.
swift action for all intents and purposes, same as immediate.
Mhm.
This does not really count towards your action economy.
Sick.
So you can still move, attack, and rage. And in fact, the purpose of Songbird is that rage, you don't lose a round of performance or rage.
Incredible. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cast Songbird. I'm just gonna click it so it's in there.
Okay.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Songbird, and I'm going to also go ahead and start to rage, which would be what, inspired rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
On your sheet,
Mhm.
go ahead and under the buff
Yep.
section,
Inspired rage.
Yeah, take it for yourself.
Got it. Okay.
And describe what that looks. How does that manifest? How does that take place?
So as we go right now, so I cast Songbird, so I have this incredibly loud, booming,
Oh,
brilliant song.
fuck! I really screwed up. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
The pair of you recognize these guys as the ones who kidnapped you immediately. Not Quin and Azar, but the other four.
Mhm.
They're the ones who waylaid and took you both individually and stuffed you in the box.
Oh, in
Oh,
that
sweet.
case, much less friendly. Just hell no, then taking my gun.
All right, but back to Raging Song.
I have these incredible songs coming from some plane that I don't know, playing in my head, trumpets,
Oh, it's
drums.
out loud. I don't think
It's out loud, so everybody can hear it. So a strange song is playing. I'm familiar to it, but nobody else is apparently. And I'm still staring off in the distance right now, as I slowly but surely find both the confidence, the anger, and the rage to attack my captives, or captors, if you will, from I don't know how many hours ago. And I go into a very zen like rage. You can't really see it on my face, but you know it's happening. And I'm going to move it to, let's see, I can ping this guy. There's a ping button. I'm going to ping that guy right there. See that? Can you see that ping?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to move to him. That's what, 3, so I can make that move, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to attack him with my short sword.
Nice.
So then just click short sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, was it two-handed or was it one-handed?
One-handed.
Okay. I think that hits. Give me 1 second. Is that the number 2? Yeah.
I didn't have to ready the weapon or anything like that. I already had it out.
No, I'll just assume that right before you guys rolled initiative.
Okay.
Once he busted you out, you immediately like scooped your shit up.
Gotcha.
That was kind of the plan. All right. How do you kill this?
Oh, is he dying?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. He's
Yeah.
dead. Oh, just one nice quick slash straight to his chest. Very deep, but very quiet.
Okay.
The song is so loud that even if he screamed or said anything at all, it would just be deafened by the song. And even if the song is quieter for the rest of you, it is loud and pumping in my head right now.
Right on. So everybody, you three, the other three of you, hear this like triumphant music from the heavens or hells or wherever it's coming from. And whatever weird shit this crazy shirtless man with the sword is saying, it's got you all kinds of fired up. If you want to accept it, you can gain the benefits of the Raging Song, which I'm pretty sure is +2. Let's see, it's +2 to your strength, which means you hit harder, except Alan.
Yay.
+2 to your constitution, which means more health potentially, or better saves versus like stuff that could make you bleed out or something. You get a higher save versus mind effects, like a will save, but it makes you slightly easier to hit. So you can choose to not accept it, but if you want it, you have to put it on. It's a debuff on your sheet, or it's a buff on your sheet. So it's up to you guys.
Are the buffs on the main page or just additional or
Yeah,
what?
on the main page, up underneath
Okay.
the Pathfinder logo,
Okay.
it'll say you like click it.
Oh,
And
it says conditions. Okay.
yeah, down at the bottom you'll see Inspired Rage. That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is the one exception in which I did not do an oratory performance, but I think everyone could kind of get the vibe as I got taken out of this.
Yeah, I imagine
This
like Flight of the Valkyries starts playing. You just march up to him like,
Yeah, Flight of the Bumblebees.
or yeah, Flight of the Bumblebees even better.
Yeah, this was one of those moments where it wasn't an oratory performance, but it was enough for everyone to kind of get the gist of it.
All right. Next up, it is Two's turn.
Also, would you like me to keep? I mean, I'm keeping track of how many turns it's lasting for, but would you like me to put it in the chat or just remind you?
You can just remind me in the future.
Okay.
What we'll do is we'll put it in the. I could show you. That's not going to be right, but so we can increment it. But you got the free one because you cast Songbird, so
Yeah. Okay.
it's still 0.
Yeah. Got it.
Until it's back to Quin's turn because he's the start of the initiative order. So this is still turn 1. All this has happened in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Everything thus far. Okay, so the kind of like lackey of the boss, number 2, is going to go ahead and attempt to charge at Quin. 4. Put him there, and he's going to take a swing with his longsword. It is an 18. I think that hits.
Yep, that hits.
All right, so you take 5 points of damage, but hang on, because I didn't. We're at 9. I didn't put your health back from the fight with the master guy at the beginning, so okay. On your sheet, under current hit points, bump that down to 4.
1 second. Under current. I see.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay.
Cool. All right. And he's just gonna with the laugh. He's gonna be like, "Not so tough now, devil boy." And it's your turn.
Okay, I have a quick question because I don't remember about Mirror Strike. That's not necessarily a melee, correct?
What do you mean?
Like, so I don't have to be sitting right up on top of somebody to be able to
You do.
hit those multiple.
Yeah, they have to
Okay.
be. They have to be in your attack range. It has a lot of conditions. So
Okay.
they have to be within 5 feet, which is 1 square.
Okay.
It's better if they're flanking you, but not necessary. It's also kind of worse because you're easier to hit if you're being flanked. But yeah, the only way to be able to hit multiple targets is to be within striking range of multiple targets.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've taken a sizable hit, so I think I am going to move. Let's see. There. That's about 30 feet-ish away. And then I will attack the same guy who just hit me. I will attack him with my Deadeye's arrow.
Okay, so real quick on your thing, because you prepared one use of Deadeye's arrow and one use of Mirror Strike. When you cast Deadeye's, it's gone for the day until you rest
okay.
again for 8 hours. But
I see.
your level 0 spells you never run out of. So Acid Splash and Ray of Frost are both ranged options that you can
Understood.
chuck.
Well, then I'll do Acid Splash then. My apologies, guys.
All good, man. All good. Go ahead and click the attack. Oh, nice. And which one was that on?
It was the he's above the cart, the singled one above the cart.
The guy that hit you then? This one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna run. So I'm running away from him, and as I'm running away, I turn my head over my shoulder and look back, and then just fling some acid in his face.
Nice. All right. Let's see. So he's gonna take 3 points of acid damage. What does that look like? What does your acid strike look like? How does that manifest?
So all of my magic almost always just kind of emanates from my palms. So what happens is there's this glowing kind of green goopy looking ball that just starts to go from like the size of like a grain of rice and kind of grows up to be about the size of an orange. And once I have that, I throw it backwards, over my shoulder kind of a thing. And as it flies through the air, it becomes more and more spread out, more like almost like a conical shape as the ball moves forward and kind of gains momentum forward.
Nice. And it like impacts him, it splashes all over him. It's like
yeah, it like lands on him, and it kind of just looks like when Nickelodeon used to slime people from up above. That's
nice.
kind of what it looks like all over him.
Just steaming and like burning.
Oh, he got gacked.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I hate the teen choice of words. All right. Well done. Okay, back to Azar.
How do I check my distance, like with the tool you mentioned?
Oh, okay. So if you look at the toolbar on the left, 2, 4. The fourth one down, it's like a little ruler. Just click that, and then you can click and drag, or count the square. 1 square is 5 feet, so either or.
Ah, okay. So what I want to do is I want to move 20 feet towards him. Let me see. Actually, make that 15 feet towards him.
Yeah.
So about here. And then can I cast Burning Hands in his direction?
Absolutely.
And then before I do that, I'm going to say, what did you call him? Demon boy, devil boy, whatever. I'll show you devil boy.
Oh, shit.
and just press to cast.
All right. I gotta make a reflex save for half. Oh my god! Fucking nat 20. Damn. So
Wow.
he takes 2 points of fire damage, but he's just like a combination of like the acid that is so acid splash. The acid from acid splash only lasts 1 round, so it's still like it's diminished, but it's like just smoking and it's caustic, like his clothes are melting and stuff. Just the surprise of you stepping up and saying that, and then just like throwing the Gouda Flame at him. He was cocky. Now he's like, oh shit, and like dives back out of the way, but he still gets singed as he takes 2 points of fire damage. It's looking pretty beat up.
Dude, fuck that guy.
All right. Okay. And that'll be your turn. Let's see. Oops, back to thug number 1. That's the dead guy. So let me get him out of here. Hang on. Oh my god. Fucking. Dead, please. Thank you. He's up. So the leader is going to jump to him. And he is going to run towards the front of the cart, well, the back of the cart over here. And that's going to end his turn. Up to Eric.
Okie dokie. So, I don't feel the rage from Zuref's song, but I feel another anger start to build as I remember the days upon days, even if it necessarily wasn't that long, of how they treated my new friend. Hours upon hours of captivity, having the most meaningful conversations we possibly could with our very souls. We have a bond, one that won't be stolen from us like we were from our normal lives. I ready my beloved pistol and take aim at the man, no, the monster that is beside my new comrade, and let loose a shot that roars as loudly as that song of victory coming from him.
Let it rip.
Just incredible.
That one.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, how do you slay this slaver?
So does he have a shield as his model suggests?
No, I just have a very limited number of enemy tokens.
That's okay. That's fair. Honestly, then let's just go for the sweet and simple route of that's all going through my head, and then a bullet's going through his head,
Nice.
and
Holy shit.
and just suddenly the contents of his head are on the ground now. He just like kind of slumps forward and then lands on his knees and then just dead. Ass in the air, preferably, just in the most undignified way possible for how he treated us.
Yeah, I just imagine the top half of his head is just gone. Just sawn off, basically, and he just falls flat first on that, like with his butt up in the air. Okay. Anything else, sir? Jesus Christ.
Nice.
And just gonna do a quick little gun twirl and just blow the barrel and act like that's exactly what I meant to have happen.
Nice.
Great.
Out of all of you guys,
that's likely the most flowery attack I will probably ever do. I wanted to.
I would say, well, in good fashion.
Yeah, that worked. That was like describing a crit before. I Babe Ruthed it, man.
Yeah, that's max damage regular attack. If that was a crit, that's 48, right? Yeah,
something like that.
So, okay. Yeah, I would imagine that prior to this little fight between the bandit leader and G. Eric, you guys have never really seen a firearm before. Maybe Quin, saw like a siege weapon in the abyss, maybe, but I don't think you guys have ever been around guns. So, what's the reaction like from the crowd here?
It just sounded like a snare kick to me, so I'm kind of unfazed.
You're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, but seriously, I quickly cower for just a second. I kind of drop my shoulders down and look around for a little bit to figure out what just happened. Because to me, it was magic. Like the individual just melted in front of me, basically.
I'm also kind of I have a look of shock on my face, but obviously I have my mask, so no one can kind of see my facial reaction. But I'm kind of sitting here like really wondering how that dude's head just exploded while the other guy just pointed at him.
I'm kind of still in my my kind of rage state from dealing with that last bandit. So I kind of give out a snarl and like a nod of approval.
Nice.
Metal.
Hell yeah.
That's super tough.
All right. Zuref, you're up.
Okay. So how close do I have to get to the leader who's behind the cart? Right here. How close do I have to get to attempt to either intimidate him or convince him to give up arms and leave?
You just have to be LOS. So
Okay.
here.
Okay. So I am going to move there, and I am going to attempt to, let's see, what would that be? I don't have like a persuade option, right?
No, you have. I mean, there's intimidate.
You
Straight
have
up.
intimidate.
There's
Yeah.
intimidate, yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, so but I almost like to appeal to him more than intimidate him if I
It
could.
doesn't have to cower. It could be used as a
Okay.
persuasive tool.
Okay, yeah. So I would like to attempt to persuade this leader after seeing. I'll just say it before I click the intimidate button.
Because well, so just to interject really quickly,
Yeah.
you could do diplomacy normally, but when you're
Okay.
raging, and this applies to Kurt too, when he's either under the effects of Raging Song or your own whatever the Blood Rage equivalent is called for you, I forget what it is, Fury or whatever. You can't use intelligence based or like certain skills you're locked out of.
Okay, so I have to use
So
intimidate.
you have to use intimidate basically.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So then it would be okay. So I will actually just straight up try to intimidate him. Um, I will click it first and see if it works before I go into a speech.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So it is 20 versus what's the round for intimidate? 1 second. So you want to coerce them?
Yeah, I want to coerce just the bandit leader to give up arms and leave and retreat.
Um, Okay, DC of the check is 10 plus hit die plus wisdom mod. So, it's 1 plus 2.
While you do this, I'm going to go
Oh,
pee
yeah.
real quick. I've been holding it for so long. Oh my god.
Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait till he comes back. But yeah, that worked.
I'll do the exact same thing. I'll be right back.
All right,
I'll go grab a Coca-Cola.
might as well, right? Fair enough.
Sponsored.
Break time. I love it, man. Battle breaks.
Good rolls in here tonight, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus, dude, I've been holding my pee in for like the last 40 minutes.
Yeah, I was
like, God, fuck, I can't do this anymore.
Did Alan also dip out for a second?
Yeah, we could get Coke or Pepsi or something. He said.
All right, cool.
We just got us demonetized. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Hi, Beck.
All right, so that worked, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so so I say to the bandit leader, I say, look around you. Look at what my new companion just did from however far away he is. Look at what I did in a single swing of my sword. There are two demon boys, as stated here as well. Look, do you hear the sounds? Do you hear the music? I appeal to you. I've seen too much death, too much fighting. I appeal to you, leave. Go back to your family. Forget that this happened. We will bury your dead for you. Leave. And I assume he dips.
He can't until he's back up in the initiative order. But he just like looks at the guy with his head blown off, and he just goes, "Fuck." All right.
Especially after missing our boys twice.
All right. Okay. So is that gonna end your turn then?
Yes, that ends my turn.
Okay. Hearing this, number 2 is gonna go, or he's gonna like look around and look at the boss, seeing his reaction, and he's just gonna be like,
I think, isn't two's head blown off right now?
"No, I
Okay.
misclicked when I put them in the turn order. He's technically the models are switched. Whatever. This guy is number 2. He's gonna go, fuck this. We gotta get back to the hideout. We can't let him get the. And seeing like his boss like give him this look like, shut the fuck up. And he's just gonna like take off at a dead sprint.
Oh Jesus!
And just dip out of
He's
like,
out.
just poof.
His people need him.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Back to Quin. Well, actually, I guess technically we could. That's the leader will like immediately sprint as well and be like, "You fucking idiot! Why'd you say that? Now they're gonna come after." As they like run out of earshot. All right,
Okay.
what do you guys do?
So we're effectively out of combat, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right.
Cool. I would like to loot the corpses. Or just, can I pick, is it both corpses or just one?
You can do either or. Well, really, neither of them has
I'll-
anything particularly valuable, except the one that did not get his head blown off has a potion of cure light wounds.
All right. Well, I'm going to take that shit since I'm the one, since I took a blade.
All right. Go ahead and roll. Okay, so in the chat,
Okay.
type /R space 1D8 and then hit enter.
Okay.
2. So you got 2 points of health back. You can go ahead and mark that.
All right. Sweet deal.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, okay. Well, first thing I'd like to do is I would like to go over and attempt to embrace G. Eric Ryan since we both survived this
Yeah, you guys-
extremely
You
odd.
guys
best
you
friend.
haven't been introduced or anything either yet.
Oh.
Nobody has, yeah.
I knew we shared a bond.
So we can end Raging Song. You guys can untick Inspired Rage for now if you got
Gotcha.
it, and then you expended just one charge of it thus far.
Yeah. So I will get rid of Inspired Rage. The time for introductions. We don't really have a lot of time for introductions, guys. We just listen. We'll bury the dead in a little bit. What do you think they were yelling at each other about before they left? I was a little bit in a haze and heard a bunch of music in my head, so I don't really know. But they said something about pursuing. They said something about like wanting something, or they're gonna go look for something. Like, I mean, what do you guys think?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was not paying any attention to them. I was too busy making sure my new best friend was absolutely safe.
Red guy, demon red guy. You were closest to them. What did they say?
What did you just call me?
Just what did they say?
So I'm gonna walk over to the dead bodies. Oh wait, I was doing it. And I'm examining for any jewelry. Chase, do you have any jewelry on them?
Just ignored me.
Make a perception check.
Perception check.
Yeah. Yeah. One of them's got a not particularly ornate, but a kind of shitty, really iron infused silver band, like a small ring, on his middle finger.
Can I take that?
Absolutely.
Adding that to the
And so I took that shit.
So it's really like impure alloy, you think? But
I take that and pocket it, and I turn back and say, "As for your question, they have something they don't want to be found out. Don't ever call me Red Demon again."
Yes. What is your name?
I go by Azar.
Azar. Okay. Azar. I will remember that to the best of my ability, Azar.
And yours?
I'm Zuref. Bron.
Got it.
The fact that none of you have heard of me, just recognizing me in general, is something that we will have to discuss should we be in each other's presence after this.
I recognize you. You're the man that stood laid beside me during that entire ordeal. The one that we had those wonderful conversations with. You are my friend, Zuref. He has a name. It is wonderful. Azar, my red friend, thank you so much for your assistance as well as you, as of yet unknown. I'm G. Eric Ryan. The G stands for grateful to have met such wonderful companions in this fight.
oh shit.
All right. So, again, you guys, I have a mask on. You can't see my facial expressions. So I'm going to walk over to Azar over here and look at him and put out my fist, like going for Nux, and go, "Demon Brothers, I kind of like that. Good fighting with you."
Just immediately ignore.
Yeah, they just.
I stand there for a second and grumble to myself, "Demon boys, whatever." And I kind of touch his knuckle, but it's not like too enthusiastically.
Then I look back over at G. Eric and I go, "I've not heard any of you. I've not heard anything before of you. I'm also pretty new here, but it looks like we survived for now."
As he says that, G. Eric, you realize you don't particularly have any idea where here is. You were in the spooky marshes and bogs, or moors rather, of Ustalev, last you remember, and this is really not that.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, got captured. It happens. I'm sure you've all done it a dozen times yourself. Where did I end up this time? Because this is not quite the dank, honestly quite gross area I originally came from.
Azar, you
I
want to
turned
fill
back
him
and-
in?
I turned back and say, "You're outside Torch. It's a smelting town. Sky Metal runs the city."
Okay.
In Numeria, the country.
In Numerian.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm a little bit off. All right. Thank you. How am I going to get back?
I'm just glad to be anywhere but home. I'm just glad. I did not want to arrive bound and gagged in the back of a wagon that is tipped over, but I am here and I am happy to be here. With my new, I might say, favorite companion.
Oh, could you possibly be talking about me?
I am.
Oh, what a happy day.
What do you guys do? You wanna pursue or?
Yeah, how do we get
I think
back
we
to
I say we
Torch?
take the wagon back.
I'm going to use that healing potion real quick.
You did.
Or no, I already used it, right?
Yeah. I think I'll eat it now.
Yeah, I think we'll use it now. Fuck. All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should. I think we should pursue. I want to know more about what the hell they're hiding.
Did he ever tell us who he is, by the way, or did I just immediately forget from the multiple concussions suffered by the rolling of that wagon?
No, he's got a mask on. He has not let us know just yet, but I would be wary of him. We did see him throw acid at somebody.
Oh, don't ever be wary of somebody who just saved your life.
You
Come
blew
on.
somebody's head off. You're worried about
Like,
the fucking acid splash.
He's probably he helped us. He's not attacking us now. He's probably a friend, right?
Possibly. If possibly. I will keep you close.
Oh, Zuref, you're too cynical. You've been like this ever since I've known you.
Jesus.
Masked one, blue one. What is your name?
Blue one. My name is Quin. Quinestral Alabaster. You'd be wise not to forget it.
Quinestral Alabaster. Got it. I will do my best.
Multiple
Quin.
concussions. Got it.
Quin helped us achieve the win, and that is how I shall remember you.
Inside a small Rubik's Cube for several days, bouncing around in the back of a wagon.
That's something to you.
Yeah.
So we should I guess we should definitely pursue them.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get a survival roll one at a time.
Please, after you all.
Quick question for everybody. What were you guys doing out here to begin with?
It would be wise
We
to
were
ask
on it.
questions when the adventure's over.
Okay. All right.
A job's a job.
You're pretty sure they went that way. Oh no, we lost Kurt.
We lost Kurt. No! He saw the roll and was like, that's it. I'm out.
Oh, jeez.
Also, when we get a chance, we do need to get a description from
Yeah,
Zuref
from
and
both of them.
G.
I'll do that when Kurt comes back, and then we'll do the follow-on survival rolls. That's funny as hell.
They went that way.
Yeah,
They're pretty sure they went that way.
you really went
Yeah,
the
but
direction.
we're all pointing at each other.
You just like you saw they went around the bend. You're like, there. Yeah, let's go.
What do you mean? Those two guys on the ground? No, they're right there.
We were captured with all the things that were already on us, right? So basically everything.
All your
okay.
shit is like nearby. Everything that all
Okay.
like tumbled out
Okay.
with you.
We'll assume
Oh.
that I
The
we'll assume that I
explosion of the
scooped it up.
wagon.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Let's see. Get the stuff to work.
Little Discord crash never hurt nobody. It's like a rite of passage, you know. It's happened to everybody in the other campaign so far, at least once.
Sure.
John, like 10 times.
Zach, when are you sending me that webcam?
Oh yeah, I'll send it out. I can actually do that pretty soon here. I've got it.
All right. So yeah, before I don't know if you caught it before you got DC'd or whatever, Kurt, but yeah, you guys are pretty sure they went to the right.
Okay.
That's as far as you could tell. But yeah, the two of you guys want to give a description while we're here too.
After you, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, he's a taller, about 6'2", kind of thin, human, covered in that gorgeous leather vest that you see there. He's got glorious, albeit a little bit short, chestnut hair that it adorns a handsome face that any lord or lady would say is probably at least in the top 10, or at least so he'd say. And then his hair is kind of parted on this side, and there's just those bangs that kind of hang down. They almost seem to be pointing at those piercing blue eyes, matching that wonderful azure undershirt that covers his pretty fair skin. He's always just kind of smiling. His resting expression, he's got like the opposite of resting bitch face. It's like resting happy face. He just seems happy to be around and just walking about, out and about, maybe inviting a little bit of mischief in there. And then, of course, he's got that pistol on him all the time, just on a holster, just on his hip. Yeah, that's basically him in a nutshell.
Yeah, Zuref is about 6'1", pretty medium, muscular build, black hair, golden eyes, dressed in basically like a brown and black ceremonial armor.
Like silk type.
Yeah, like a silk ceremonial armor. Yeah,
Mongol
just something
kinda
that
thing.
looks kind of decorative, if you will, but clearly has seen its use, if not in battle at least once or twice before. On the kind of tabard area near the bottom is a large shield. It's a large like black shield as a symbol from my character's past, and obviously he's got a short sword on his side as well as a nice shield on his side as well, and he is long flowing black hair, and in his belt he has and in his belt on his back he has two tabards. They're not tabards, but two what's the word I'm looking for?
Like banners.
Oh
No, we
banners.
lost
Yeah, last cardigan. Oh wait,
I don't know. Yeah, how long do you guys want to go, by the way?
probably another half is fine, unless we.
Okay, cause I can try to wrap it full.
Yeah, we gotta see what's going
We're
on.
pretty much there. It's
Yeah, we see what's on Kurt's internet as well.
the struggle. It's Comcastic, baby.
Zach, are you a
Hey, if you
human
guys
also?
would,
I'm a Kelid. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay.
What, Joe?
if you guys would, send me up this write-up of your character description, because I'm gonna forget 100%. But now that we've actually done this, like I was saying before, for character art.
Yeah, who wants to take notes too?
I've been taking
Other
notes.
than the recordings are going to be up on YouTube, so you can listen back whenever.
I've been taking notes pretty regularly so far. Yeah, I mean, just on most things.
Yeah,
Like
see,
I can.
this party is not on drugs,
Yeah.
so it's a lot easier with you guys. Someone can be responsible.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I am a little bit under the influence of some marriage of ganja, but for the most part,
For medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
I think we're all right.
Glaucoma and
Yeah, for anybody listening, that is for medicinal purposes only. We do not condone the recreational use of drugs in this party. Thank you.
I mean, I kind of do for.
Please, no, we're going to lose the sponsors.
It's a ceremonial thing for my deity.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's the only way I can get on the same wavelength with that crazy bitch.
Yeah, once we see that card's back, I'll just finish up. I only have a few more things to say about it, and then I'll write it up.
Technology doesn't like me today, apparently.
Okay.
Bro. They fucking...
Bro.
I mean, in lieu of that, I still like you.
It might just sometimes because my Discord has a problem if I stream or if I have the webcam on. Sometimes it just fucks up. Can't help itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, tall black, flowing hair, and then in my belt behind me, I've got two large war banners that are both white and black and white, respectively, symbolizing two different war tribes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. All right. You guys pursue that away?
Yeah, we go that way, I think.
If that's what my new friends want to do, by all means, let's go.
Okay. We'll say you head up and around the bend to a very similar appearing canyon. Get a couple hundred yards. Go ahead and make another round of survival rolls. See if we can.
Yes, the deepest parts of that away. Oh no!
Quin,
I'm
how
lost in the sauce.
How do you pick the trail up? What's that look like?
Let's see here. I think I'm gonna spot some blood, a blood trail, and we'll follow that, and we'll get a generalized direction. And once we see blood trails, we'll probably see footprints, and that'll just give us a good general indication of what direction we need to head.
Nice. All right. So you guys, basically, just that kind of transpires. You see the blood trails eventually lead into shallow depressions in the sand, and kind of those resolve into footprints, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, taking you to this outcrop in the clip face. I know you can't see most of it; it's blacked out. Just did I drag the bar there? Yeah, I did. Okay. 1 second.
Hey, it's me.
Wait, am I in the wrong? Hold on. Sorry. Wrong map. Not important. There we go. Guess should already be there. Let me just fix this token thing permanently real quick. I'm sick of this shit.
I'm surprised it's not like an enable all or something like that.
No, it was already preset, and I accidentally overrode it when I dragged you guys all into the battle map the first time.
Classic mistake.
Yeah, typical. Just go to Zuref, edit. It's easy. All right. Oh no! See, sucker. Did it do it wrong? All right, let's try this proper. Hey, okay. All right. So, you guys see this trail of bloody footprints, which I'll just, kind of into this outcropping of this rock. In front of you is, like, almost fused into the rock is a metal cylinder, split with a line directly down the center. Although the two halves are, like, pressed together like a door. And there are two panels to the left, one to the left and one to the right, that you guys can see right away, that are glowing softly. And the rightmost one is, like, chittering a little bit.
Let's go check those out.
All right, I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay. Other than, like, some lingering residue on you and Azar from when you cast earlier, there's nothing that seems to light up nearby.
Okay. So there's no
No obvious,
like,
sources or anything nearby.
runes or anything that could explode in our faces if we get too close.
Not of a magical nature.
Okay.
Can I go check out that rightmost chittering panel?
You can. Let me get the document. Clock back up. Hold on a second. Alright. Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check. Okay. You see, there's like a shallow depression in the shape of a rectangle around the panel, and with a little bit of, like, fidgeting, it kind of comes loose. And underneath are a series of wires, like, crisscrossed all over the place, going into all kinds of different things. It's so, you've seen not similar technology before, but you're at least aware enough from Alkenstar, about, like, basic electrical engineering, like the most, shocky thing inside little tube.
Can I? You say that, and I immediately want to fiddle with it and see, because I feel like that might help us get this door-looking thing open. Can I fiddle with it by chance?
Yeah, go ahead and make a disable device check.
Can I possibly substitute that for an engineering check?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh,
that's much better than I would have gotten.
Good God.
Holy moly. Okay, so you kind of fish around this, what we would know as a circuit board. Obviously, you guys wouldn't know that in universe. As you kind of, like, isolate whatever part of the circuit you think to yourself, you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense. What do you do? Do you, like, pull one? Do you cut one?
We're gonna pull it. We don't want to permanently damage these things, so we're gonna pull them a little bit, just see what I can disable, re-enable, just little filling around, trying to see what happens when I unplug one or two and then plug them into different ones.
Okay. At first, nothing happens, but once you plug the second one into a new slot, you hear this loud mechanical, like, thunk noise, like a vault door closing, like thump, thump. And if you reverse the process, you hear it, like, undo itself.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I don't know. I like the sound of it not sounding like it's shut even more somehow. I want to invest. Oh, go ahead.
You think with a few minutes of effort, you could probably figure it out.
Yeah, let's figure it out. Let's pop this sucker open.
Okay, go ahead and make another engineering check for me. And does anyone else want to look at any of the stuff, or?
I'm just gonna linger back and kind of keep a wary eye.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
Quin. Zuref, go ahead and make a perception check for me too while you're at it.
Was about to say we're gonna pop this open like a random bad guy's head, but
Too soon. All right, so as he's like fiddling with the panel on the right, the one on the left, just like rhythmically chittering every so often as well, is displaying flashing yellow runes. And for a moment, out of the corner of your eye, you think you can almost read it. That makes sense. Go ahead and make a linguistics roll for me.
Okay.
A 9. As he's continuing to fiddle with the wires, there's a brief like surge as he tries a new combination, and the panel lights up greater, and the runes are in much clearer display. Let's see it again.
You want to do another linguistics?
Yeah, roll again, sorry.
Okay, gotcha. It's getting worse.
It is getting worse.
makes less sense the more I see.
So she's kind of like squinting at it, and it's not quite there.
Can I get closer to it?
Yeah. Hey, you want to stand next to it or something?
Yeah, I want to stand next to it. And then can I possibly re-roll that linguistics now that I'm close to it?
Yeah. Once you just take a few moments to study it while he's still fiddling around. While that happens, Eric, go ahead and roll another engineering check as well.
Easiest engineering check of my life.
It's getting worse.
No, that was better than the other one.
Yeah.
12. All right, let's see the linguistics roll. 19. Okay. As you get closer, you're fairly sure you can make out the words open or release
Okay.
by one of the buttons on the panel.
Gee, Eric, I can. It says like open or release. I can see it on the left panel. It's like when you click that last thing you just did, it kind of shined a little brighter for me, and I saw that it said release or something open or something like release on the door.
Oh yeah, push that. Yeah, push it.
Eric, make a perception check before he does. It's all Chinese to you. That's not language. That's just squiggles and symbols. Whatever. Anyway, you tell him to go through with it.
He's closer. He probably has a better view than I do. Like he's my friend. Why would he ever lie to me?
So I just go ahead and push the button.
Okay.
Okay.
You feel like a shaking from behind the doorway, and hear a loud series of clangs and banging sounds. And the lights above, like recessed lights above the door itself, like snap on, like floodlights, even though it's broad daylight. Go ahead and make one last engineering check. Let's see if we can get this sucker open.
Oh, it's like a can of Pringles, baby.
Beautiful. All right. So with that, whatever just happened, you kind of like you try one last combination, and all of a sudden, with a pneumatic hiss, the doors and split apart.
And the power of teamwork succeeds again.
I would like to pat G. Eric Ryan on the back and then just walk through the doorway without saying a word.
Are there any lights or anything emanating from this open door?
No, it is pitch black. It's like a tunnel in the cliff face.
I like to walk into the darkness after patting him on the back.
Okay.
Well, as Zuref starts walking into the darkness, I'm gonna cast dancing lights just above him, without us even having to like really utter a word. I just kind of know that like he's gonna walk in. All right, you know what? I'll give him some support. Dancing lights.
Nice. Okay, give me 1 second. Get you guys over to the correct map. All right, so this is the tunnel. It's an airlock. out of character, obviously. So as you cast Dancing Lights, let me just see what's the range on that. $100 feet per round. So yeah, you see. Oops, on the right spot. Okay.
I still need to cast it though, correct?
That's like a level 0 thing, not in combat. Or it just goes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you can do it unlimited
Okay.
times. So boom, like there's this big. They kind of like float down this wide hallway. You guys can enter at will.
After you guys, I will make sure to guard the rear for us.
Yeah, I continue going pretty headstrong forward. Can I just move myself?
Yeah, move. Yeah, you guys should be able.
Okay, so this is the tunnel right here, right? This is the actual opening to
Yeah.
the.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
drew
I
it
just
further out.
yeah, so I just kind of headstrong my way through, about right here.
Okay.
Just the opening of it.
As you pass this point right here, well, let's hold on. Let's do that. So he throws the dancing lights out,
Mhm.
and go ahead and roll a perception check before you go in all the way.
Okay.
Remember that's where
Okay.
you were at.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. As you run through the entrance, you kind of cavalierly charge through, and you spring a tripwire at the base of the door frame where you're at on the inside, and
Okay.
like a chain of animal bones and small metal fragments hanging from the ceiling like falls loose and whips against the wall and makes a shit ton of noise, like a rigged alarm. Almost.
Right in front of me.
Yeah,
basically.
pretty much.
Okay.
Like, and you're just
Okay.
like, okay, so
Yeah.
there goes the stealth option.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing happens. What do you do?
All right. Well, my immediate reaction, which everyone just heard, was just like, fuck, now what?
Yeah.
And I look at Azar and just kind of like tilt my head and put my hands up like, what do we do?
Also, I want to make it clear that my sword and shield are both sheathed. I have not taken them out. I walked in there without my weapon strong.
Okay.
From my vantage point, I really couldn't see too much of what's going on off to the side here.
Well,
So
I'd say you definitely heard the clanging and banging.
Yeah. So I make my way over to Quin to get a better view of things. Slightly. Wait, where'd I go?
You're behind him.
Oh, slightly ahead of him here.
Okay.
And try to peer.
You want to go ahead and roll perception as well? Nice. Okay. So, kind of as you peek into this airlock, you see something that's, even for your life, this is weird, given the extra planar journeys that you've taken, the time you spent in Numeria so far. Inside of this place, this whole room, whatever it is, you can only see this 10-foot wide, 100-foot long strip of lit area from the dancing lights. The entirety is made out of solid, fused sky metal.
Oh, shit.
Inside this rock face. And it doesn't look natural. This isn't a mine shaft. This isn't a normal natural geode or lode. This is like, somebody put this here, behind this door.
I bellow out. I've never quite seen anything like this before. What is this?
You go inside, or you...
I'll make my way just past the entrance. The entryway.
All right. Because we're not in combat, Joe, you can cast freely if you want to, like, throw more lights in, like, this room, not in a straight line.
Yeah.
You can, too.
Yeah, so I am going to move in just behind Curtis, or Azar, I mean, and I'm gonna, like, throw another set of dancing lights out, but in more of a conical shape. And let's say it's just 50 feet in front of me, but in a conical, like 50 foot, like, spread. More concentrated, but in a shorter range to light up the area. Okay, so we got some shit.
Indeed.
What do I see off to the left of me? Or, like, what's in this room that we can now see?
Okay, so as you guys are in, first off, this entire room, floor to ceiling, is fabricated out of this sky metal, various different alloys, but it's put together. It's like patched in very even sections. This is like nothing. It's out of this world, and that, again, that's kind of ironic because you're not from here. But to your left is a large cylindrical something, like a giant tank that would hold water or beer or something to that effect, with a cylindrical pipe jutting out of the top and going up into the ceiling. To your right are two sky metal panels, desk-sized. Each is about 5 feet long, maybe 2 or 3 feet thick. The one closest to you is tipped over. It's fallen off from the wall. The one further away from you has little panels blinking, like little instrument panels blinking on it, like jewels or gems, but it's those similar lights to what was outside. And further ahead, you can see there's clearly, like, rooms, but you can't really see inside of them. Not yet.
Okay. I'm going to go over to this big vat thingy. I'd like to take my sword out, and I'm going to tap the side of it a couple times just to, like, hear to see if there's anything inside of it.
As you approach, there's a low hum, but when you rat against it, you hear a really similar echo to when Zuref pressed the button.
Mm.
Like a rattling echo from the metal pipes or something to that effect. And it looks... There's like a small crystalline window that runs the length of it from top to bottom, and it looks emptied.
Okay. I guess since I know that it looks empty, I'll say, guys, looks like there's nothing in here. What have you found?
I'm gonna walk more forward up to about here and see if I can notice anything down the way of the corridor.
The corridor itself is still dark. You know there's definitely two rooms with two open doors, like to the left and to the right in front of you, though. You'd have to walk up to one of the doorways and peer inside, or carry a torch, or have Quin throw dancing lights in there.
Yeah.
I say we should definitely check out this room completely first before moving forward.
Okay. I mean, do you guys want to look at the computer panel with the flashing lights too, or?
I'm going to point at Jarek Ryan, and then I'm going to point at the computer panel.
Nice.
Well, it's going to leave the entrance a little bit unattended, but for you, I'll do it. I'll go take a look. That's over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
I'll move back to the entrance
So
to make him feel safer.
There's two.
I was trying to be ready to escape.
There's two very obvious buttons. One which is flashing red, and one which is flashing blue.
Well, in all of the knowledge that I've accumulated over the years, I've learned something very important. We're gonna flip a coin on this one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, just so happens I have one right here. Okay, hold on. I'll let you guys know the results. Okay, red button it is.
Yeah. All right, so you hit the red button, and immediately, with the hiss, the door slams shut in front of Zuref's face.
God fucking damn it.
I have secured the entrance for us, friends.
The light is no longer blinking, and nothing happens if you press it again.
I just wanted to make sure that those bandits couldn't sneak up on us. So now we are free to explore at our leisure.
Good job, Jarek.
The blue button is still flashing. It's strobing slowly.
Well, clearly that one will probably open it, so we're not going to hit that because I don't want to look like a fool in front of my friend. I mean, I don't want to let the bad guys have a way back in.
Make an engineering check.
Here we go. Oh boy. Hopefully it's funny.
That's probably not on the same circuit as the door.
Oh, okay. Well, let's push it then. Why not?
All right. Do you just like Rambo it, or are you like gingerly like?
With so much confidence, I just slam my hand down on it. And real quick, hold on, I gotta be right back.
Okay.
As he slams on that, I'm gonna move towards the center of the room, so I'm no longer near that big cylinder.
All right.
Now that he's pushing buttons, it makes me a little worried that something else could happen. I don't want to be separated from my demon brother.
Do you like the Bash Brothers
It's me and Mario.
in Mighty Ducks?
The demonic duo.
Yeah.
Azar being the giant meathead that he is, and then my skinny little ass. It's a perfect combo.
Yeah, and then you got Waluigi and fucking Wario over there.
Oh. Quite the team we have right now, guys.
Jesus, Waluigi. That was perfect.
We're almost done too. We'll do this room and then we'll call it for tonight.
Okay. Yeah, 4 a.m.'s coming quick. Oh yeah.
So that's the time you have to be up?
Yeah, I got clients at I have a client at 5 o'clock, another one at 6, and another one at 7 tomorrow morning.
What do you do?
Personal trainer. Yeah.
Bless your soul.
Oh yeah. So got it back to back to back. Then I don't really have much for the rest of the early afternoon. So if I want to get a nap in, I can, even though I'm not going to, but I can if I really want to.
No,
Yeah, it's a good thing we're going to wrap this up. My AirPods are just now telling me they're going to die soon.
different.
Okay, super sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. Okay, so everybody's here. We're cool.
Should be, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So as you slam the blue button, and Quin takes a tentative step back from the tank, strip lighting, like on the floor, and about waist height along each of the walls, like flashes for a few moments and then solidifies and turns on throughout this whole place. The tank, kind of like with a whine, really seems to come to life, and it projects a series of these kind of strange runes in a like a ticker at like a stock market, you know what I mean, like around the whole thing. Which none of you guys seem to understand. but you can see.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's good. We can see.
Secured secured the back entrance and gave us light. Guys, please. You can praise me if you'd like to. I do not mind.
Bold move, Cotton.
Right.
Glad it paid off. Well, I think we should move along with Azar's plan, and we should start moving towards these rooms. Should we each take a room, or should we double up on the right and the left?
I say double up.
All right.
I immediately start pushing to the first right room.
And I start walking over towards the left room.
Okay. Hang on one second. Let me find the right spot here. Okay, so Zuref, you and G. Eric look in that southeast kind of rightmost room there. And it's pretty threadbare. You know, there's some containers, lockers, crates, and metal cubbies that it looks like it's all been ransacked. Stuff is knocked over. Maybe you get the sense that some of these bandits were skulking around in here. They might have like stripped everything that was useful there. Azar and Quin, you guys go ahead and roll perception.
Perception. Damn.
Ah!
It's profession, not perception. Oops.
You guys call the other two over, or
There it is.
That's,
Yeah.
No!
so there's nothing immediately apparent, but
Hey, guys. We maybe found something, but not really sure.
there's
Help us look.
definitely a lot of things in the room as compared to the other one, but it's just maybe it's all junk. You're not sure. But if the two of you also want to look, you can roll perception as well.
I'm gonna walk straight towards the front of that room, and I'm gonna bump Azar on my way through,
Idiots.
and then I'll roll perception.
So another perception. Like, would I be rolling to see in this room here, or?
No, into the one.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna gingerly peek around then. Give it the old heave ho. Oh!
God.
Heave ho, baby.
So, Zuref, you're more concerned about, you know, whether Azar is like taking the hint as to what the pecking order is around here.
Sure.
I mean, you don't see shit, but G. Eric, you spot a pair of syringes or syringe-like devices adorned with a red cross and a Caduceus-esque symbol,
Ooh.
along with some more of those kind of unintelligible runes.
I'm gonna try to like gently slide by my friends here, just like, excuse me, Azar, excuse me. Okay, all right, thank you. And then go grab those things. I don't know what they do necessarily, but they sure do look nifty.
You want to show the guys, or are you just gonna pocket them?
Oh, absolutely. We're a team here. Of course, I'm going to show you guys, gentlemen. I present to you these.
Okay.
Those.
Yes.
Chase, is there any way I can fathom an actual guess, or my
Roll 1d100. Yeah, you're fairly certain from the symbology. These are healing syringes of some kind,
Okay.
or stimulants maybe.
These, gentlemen, I believe, are potions in the most lavish outer casings.
It's definitely advanced. It's not like any technology you've seen before, but you've seen the Caduceus and the cross. You kind of like,
Wonderful.
I know what this is.
Yeah, so these are healing things. Would you guys mind if I maybe hold on to these for just a few minutes?
I don't
yeah.
care, but we should keep our guard up if there's used health pots that have been used.
Oh, these are definitely not used. And what's there to be worried about? Like the entrance is sealed. The only way they can attack us is from over there. Like it's great. We're fine.
I stand ready, nonetheless.
Oh, you worry too much.
Okay. Yes,
Remember, we're pursuing them, not they're pursuing us. We should be perfectly fine.
That's the kind of positivity I like.
Right. You want to look at the other two rooms, or?
I once again
I think we should.
immediately barrel through and go to the right room immediately, bumping Azar on my way through.
I can't wait until you guys become best friends.
All right. So as you enter the room, it's immediately apparent that there's nothing of, at least right away, nothing that screams valuable. In the center of the room, dead center, is a small, torn, stuffed bear, or some approximation of it. Embedded in its shoulder is a dirty, empty, yellow-cased syringe. And the right leg has been amputated and replaced with that of a goat or a lamb, like a stuffed lamb. And its right hand is the stem of a very, very old plant, dried and brown, with 56 little smaller stems branching from the center. In front of it is a small broken wooden instrument, with strings, snapped in half. And as you look close, you see a small pair of goggles or glasses with dark crimson lenses and a small little bead of power, like electrical power, you can see flickering in the lenses.
Gieric, you are going to want to see this.
Okay. Do you guys all want to go with me, or we can go as a team? We can go as a troop.
Obvious reference is obvious, by the way.
I walk off to the left room.
Oh, okay.
I just follow Azar silently.
Oh, all right. Hey, that's the most efficient use of our time. I appreciate that, guys. Okay, let's go take a look at this thing.
Interesting. Azar, as the pair of you enter the room, it's completely empty. It's been stripped of all valuables, with the exception of a small rectangle. It's red, about the size of your hand. Your characters wouldn't know what plastic is, but you know it's not metal, whatever this thing is. It could be valuable.
Can I roll perception to see if I notice anything odd about it?
No, that's just, you don't have to roll. It's sitting there, flat on the floor. There's some small little indentations or slots in it, but beyond that it seems harmless, if not interesting. Might be valuable.
So I turn to Quin and say, "What do you think?"
I wonder what it could be. Let's grab it for now. So Quin reaches out and grabs it and picks it up.
Yeah, you die instantly.
Stashes it in his,
No, I'm just kidding.
stashes it in my robes. Hey, good night, boys.
Yeah. Yeah, alright, so you put it in your pocket or in a pouch or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fits nicely. Do either of the other two of you, take the glasses off the bear? You pick them up, you try to put them on, or?
Yeah, let's put on the Google Glass. Let's do it.
You first?
You know what? Let's do it. I'll bite the bullet for my friend.
Alright. So
Also, they look cool as hell, so I'm gonna just do it first.
yeah, as you slip them over your face, like immediately, the first thing that you notice is that the world isn't crimson. It's pretty normal looking. And as you look around the room, they're like faint, gossamer thin lines, like grids, kind of all over the lens. Sure, at first you think might be like dirt or dust or something, but it's not. Doesn't wipe off until you turn and look at the rest of the party, and as soon as one of them is in your peripheral, a small 4-piece cross section immediately like highlights each of their jugular veins, the inside of their wrists, their eyes, where their heart would be, and it's like locked on that spot. You know what I mean? Like showcasing vulnerabilities. Critical
fucking pit boy up in this bee.
Critical vulnerabilities.
Oh, that's pretty nifty.
Everybody go ahead and roll perception for me.
Is it everybody?
Yeah, everybody. Oh, yeah. All right. So, as you guys are like all getting back out into this main hallway, directly in front of you is a small doorway that leads into the next chamber. It's still dark, but from ahead, all 4 of you see a bright red flash accompanied by a like strange electrical noise and the scream of the number 2 bandit, like ah! Then it just cuts, and we'll go ahead and see it next week.
Okay.
Hell yeah! I got some sick glasses. Let's go.
All right. I wonder if my dark vision is enough to see what's going on before anyone else.
Oh, for sure. But we'll do that
Okay.
next time.
Okay. So I have an idea of what's coming, essentially, but no one else has seen it yet. Fuck.
Hell yeah.